Welcome to episode 21 of Meet the GIMP. My name is Rolf Steinort and I'm recording this in Bremen, northern Germany. Today I have this on my plate here. I want to say thank you to Jeff. I want to show you a bit about the iWarp plugin, more about animations that I learned from you, and something absolutely crazy out of the animations area. Let's start with the thank you to Jeff. This is Jeff, running by the nickname JeffEgg2 at Flickr, and Jeff has made a lot of links to Meet the GIMP in Flickr and has done some very good work with the GIMP and shown a lot of people via Flickr the way to Meet the GIMP. Thank you for that, and you can do the same everywhere where it's appropriate to show people the way to Meet the GIMP. Please do it. Just drop a link somewhere and I'll have more viewers next week. Thank you, Jeff, and I'll start with one of your images, not this one here, but this one. This is, of course, the before, and this, the after, the post-processing shot. And you see what he has done. There is a color correction in that. There is contrast, perhaps a little bit of curves tool moving around and so on. That's all really basic stuff, but please look at the face. Look at this here, the mouth. And you see, here you see a sad baby, and here you see a smile. And that's made with the GIMP. And now I'll show you how he has done this. And I can't do it that good. It's a real masterpiece here, I think. I think he has done also something about the eyes. Okay, I'll show you how this works. Jeff has done this with the filter iWarp, and I want to show you a bit what can be done with this using this portrait of me done by Jan in Kew Gardens in London at a Tips from the Top Floor get-together. You find the filter at Filters, Distort and iWarp. It has been called iWarp before Apple got around to making tools with starting with the eye in front, so it's not stolen by them, the name. And I want to show you a bit what can be done. iWarp shows you here a very crude preview, and it's crude because there has to be done a lot of math in the background, and the more pixel you have, the more math you have to do. So let's look here. We have some deformation modes here: move, grow, swill counterclockwise, swill clockwise, shrink, or remove. Let's start with move. I can here set the radius, and let's set that to 45, and the amount here, and now I just pull my ear and draw it over. You see the amount here was 0.30. I increase this, let's say, to 0.1, and now I pull my ear, and you see the ear just follows the mouse now. I had a third before, and now I have the full control over the warp here. So you can fine-tune the amount of pulling here and can get, not that masterpieces as Jeff got. Okay, reset, and we are back. So move. Just move pieces of the image around and let the other stuff flow in the way. Grow is Well, I think self-explanatory. I just click on my nose here, and you see, something smelly must have been there around. The same stuff is here. The amount controls how far or how sensitive this works. The radius, how much of the image is covered by that. Reset again. Swirling. Just click and draw the mouse. And the further you draw the mouse, the more swirling you get. Pretty scary, isn't it? This is just the other way around. Remove. Remove seems to do nothing, but that's not true. Just put another deformation into it, and now get the remove tool, and you can remove the part that has been changed and control the modifications further. So first deform, and then you can remove parts of this deformation. Shrinking is quite self-explanatory too, and well, swirl clockwise too. This controls here the quality. Bilinear algorithms are more time consuming but better, and adaptive supersample is again, if you click this, the image quality will be better, and the amount of time you need is more. So here is another thing, animate. I can click here and say I want to have 7 frames, and I want to have a ping-pong effect. So go to the animation and go to the deformation and go back. And now let's do this. Here I'll just grow a bit my nose. Let me reduce this here and this. So, and now I just click on OK, and we'll see what happens. You see here, warping frames, ping pong, frame 13, and now I have here, instead 1 layer, I have 15 layers. I'm getting back my GIMP window here. Where is it? There. You see here all the frames. And now let's check this. Filters, animation, playback. Oh yeah, here's a little problem because the file is so big. Well, I think it will work. It works perfectly. Nothing I would put on my website, but well, okay. So I have covered the thank you to Jeff. I'll put a link to his Flickr page on the show notes, and please go there and check out what he has done to his images. It's great stuff. And I've covered the iWarp plugin. Now for the feedback from you about animations. And I've got some of that. First, go to meetthegimp.org and leave me a comment there on the blog. And you see here, this last episode has got 11 comments, and I want to show you this one here. You remember I made the blending images by getting these 2 images into one and setting the opacity on top, then flattening the image and pulling it over to my final one. Retro wrote that you don't have to do the flattening. There's actually an option in Edit to copy only the visible part of the shown image, and that is great. I must have seen that often, but never really read it. And well, I have on my to-do list now to really look at the menu options. And let's look if this works really. And here in the edit menu, there it is, copy visible. And you just copy the stuff that is visible in the image and can then paste into or paste as a new image and do your manipulations with that. I should have known that while I was doing the ship in the fog, there I used sometimes the flatten image and working then with that to generate a mask or so. This is much more easy. The next tip from you is from GS, and GS wrote that there's an option called Blend in the menu Filters Animation, which does the blending. And there you can decide the number of frames and so on, and I'll show you that now. So let's try this. I just pull over this frame onto here, and I have 2 frames here, and now I add a third layer here. I don't really know for what it is used, but I found transparency works good. I think you can just insert a thing for transition or so. Just try it. And now I go to Filter, Animation, Blend. And I say I want to have 6 intermediate frames, and I say OK. And here you see it's finished. I have a closed loop here from frame 1, the Wilbur picture, to here frame 8, that is my portrait, and back to Wilbur. Now let's look at filters, animation, playback. Well, it's way too fast. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong image. This one is it here. Now, filters, playback. And you have this transition from one to the other. And this speeds up the work a lot. And now for something incredible. I have installed the GIMP animation package, or GAP. You see, if you have installed it, when you see here the option video in the menu on top, right next to filters. And here I have an image, 2 layers here of Wilbur and me. And with these 2 images I want to show you one feature of the GIMP animation package. Only this one feature. I don't know anything more about this, and I found this out well by playing with it. So I select video and then morph, and I get this dialog here. On top you can select the layers you want to use, and here I have the layer Wilbur and the layer Rolf. This is the starting image and this the final image. Here on top I can set some options for zooming and location, and here is an interesting thing. I can select automatically some points, and let me do this. And here you have points. This one is yellow, and here you also have points. This one is yellow. The morph program does a transformation from this image to this image, and it translates this point to this one here, or the yellow that's the active to this to this one. And I want to keep the frame here, so these points are fine with me. Let me add these up a bit here. Let's say 64, and put them around so I can keep the border right. I want to transform Wilbur into my face, and so I have to show the program which point are in this image are which point in this image. And now I just start here. I have selected here set, and I start with the left eye, click on it, and here I have to pull the point to the target, my left eye. I click here on the right eye and I pull here the point to the target. Let's say here the point between the eyes, and here the tip of the nose, and pulling this over to here. The left edge of the mouth, and well, here right corner of the mouth. It's a bit slow here, so it works faster if the screen recording software isn't active. Perhaps I need to get some advertisements on this site and buy a new machine here. No, I won't take ads on the side. Now I've added a bunch of pixels of points here, and every time I click one here, it gets activated on the other side, and so I can check if they correspond all right. And now I just have to select the number of steps I want to do, and let me do here 75 steps. That's a really good and slow transformation. And now I just click on OK, and then I have to wait. And you see here that there's a progress button running, and you don't need to have to wait all the time. And here's the result. 77 layers made, no, 75 layers made by the GIMP and 2 layers made by me, and they show a slow metamorphosis from Wilbur to me. If you imagine there are two faces, you can blend one face into the other, and I believe it would be a little bit more convincing to have two human faces and not one cartoon coyote and me here. There is a lot of fun possible with this plugin, or with this module of GAP. Well, you have to read that up for yourself or do some experiments. I won't go deeper into this. There's a lot more in the animation menu, and much more in the GIMP GAP animation package. And, well, if you are inclined, just explore. I want to remind you at the challenge. We have a panorama challenge running, and you see here some entries are there. Well, that's Jeff, not a panorama, but there are some very promising entries made with Hugin and the GIMP. Well, I think it's time to wind up, and I would be glad if you visit the website meetthegimp.org, leave some comments, or write me a comment about the show at info@meetthegimp.org. I try to answer all the mails, but well, I say thank you here for all the supporting emails without any concrete questions or stuff for the show. And if you put some stuff for the show in it, you'll find it here, or you get an answer from me or questions or so. and just keep them coming in. It's stuff that pushes me each week to get a new show out. So come to meetthegimp.org, and well, I hope to see you next week. Goodbye.
Photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the podosphere. Photocastnetwork.com